All right, parents, in case you weren't with your child this morning or you have any questions about what we're going to be doing and what we did, I just made a quick little video. I went through some phonograms with them on cards, but I added this to my landing page. You can click on that
Single
and
letter
they
phonograms.
can review
A,
phonograms. I'd like them to do that every day. That will help them tremendously. You can go to the language arts card. And today I took them through, and yours might not look might like quite like mine, but you're going to look for Florida Virtual Curriculum and click the drop down. I always recommend going through Welcome and Getting Started for you guys so you understand how to maneuver around a little bit better. I'd like them to go through Module 1 pre-test. This is kind of talking about the pre-test. This is the actual test. Anytime it has a check mark in little boxes, that's a test. I'm going to try, as you see here, to write test in there so it's more obvious. We started here and we went through page 1 through 7. I wrote it up here. We will do 1 through 7 together in class so I can model how to navigate through the lessons. My plan is to do this for a little bit until they get used to being able to do it on their own, and then I can move to more rigorous kind of curriculum that we used to do, that we do at like with Spalding and at Neely. And then they'll finish page 8 through 15, and that will enable them to do these things on their own after we're done as enrichment and reinforcement. I'd like them to have this test submitted by Wednesday, but if they can for sure go through the story today, because we went over who, what, where, when, and why, and how in a story. And when we come back together at small group, I'm going to fill this graphic organizer out asking those questions about the story. So the story starts on page 8 where they begin. You can have this printed if you want, but I'm going to say that we're going to talk about it and I'm going to write it because small groups only 15 minutes so I can get through everyone. And then I can, if you want them to write it on their own, I will scan it over to you and you can have them copy it down. But if I wait for them to write it, each sentence as we discuss it, it will take much too long, longer than 15 minutes. So, and they'll feel rushed and we don't want that. We want them to work. I'd rather them copy mine and work on their penmanship. They're also going to do the household hunt printable, letter D, E, and F, and then write a sentence here. The instructions are on the paper and bring that to small group so we can talk about, maybe they can read a sentence and we can talk about the items they found around their house. I went over with them the checklist, and if you can print this checklist off, it will help them keep track of the points and things that we'll be printing off and doing throughout this module. A module lasts about 3 weeks. I'm going to continue for the next couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, doing the first half of the stories and having them do the second half of the stories. Resources. This is also a great place. Worksheets. You can click on Module 1 and it takes you right to many of the things that you need to print. So like for today, well, we're not going to do that one today. It goes with 1.02. But today we're going to do household hunt right here. So you could print it from there. I sent it also with some emails. Some of you are able to open things and some of you aren't. So that's this way you should be able to open all of it. I showed them, the students, how to use the speech tool so it will read to them. Their screen looks much bigger is what I'm told from other parents, which is good. This drop down will take them to their page options. So they can either start from 1 where we started today, or they can just jump right over to page 8. You'll need to go to 6 and 7 if you want to print the items I told you to print. Or you can find them in that page. This takes you to the next page over, and I was showing them that this is play on the speech tool and this is stop if they need to stop and do an activity, because there's activities throughout. Once they get to the end of page 15 and they want to take the test, then you'll scroll on this long one and here's a test, next activity. So then you click next activity and start, and they'll answer the questions on the test. and submit. Along with that, they can always, if they finish those items, I always encourage reading for 15 minutes a day. And right now, getting used to handwriting, practicing the letters that we did, letters A and C. And I think that's it for now. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.